Good.
Hello, Isaac.
I think so.
Continue. Thank you. Oh, so delicious.
Ah, Barbara.
This strange
Hi.
A makes this hand. I didn't do this. Yeah, now it's gone. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hmm. Antje and then Maria. Antje and then afterwards Maria.
Hello, Isaac.
Maria.
Isaac. His point, we are the same. I only can get it with the mind.
Another Maria. Maria.
Good morning, Isaac.
Hi. Resting like this, where do you begin and end?
Oh, I didn't understand. Sorry.
Resting like this, where do you begin and end? Is there a beginning and an end? Thank you. Yeah. Saturi, and afterwards Indi. So Saturi right now, and then Indi. Yes,
Hello.
Saturi. Indeed. Hello. Hey.
There's a there's a growing awareness, I guess I'd say, of like kind of following on from what we spoke about the other night about, you know, this idea that you know, this anger, when anger comes up or frustration, that it's something to do with me, or says something about who I am. I feel like beneath that, at a very base level, in a way that really kind of defines the personality that's here, there's a very, I guess what I'd call a very Christian idea of work ethic, you know, this idea of earning your salvation, and that all of which comes from this idea that there's somewhere to get, or somewhere to be, that's more perfect than what this is, or better than what this is.
Yeah, so let's leave that for a second, and we'll come back to that. But let's just take a moment now, just so we just, in this very simple inquiry, simple and yet profound, who am I? So we can see thoughts come and go, not who we are. All experience comes and goes. All feelings come and go. So we're just zeroing in this something that is aware, or we can't call it a thing, but there is awareness. I don't know what to call it. It's not a thing. There's awareness here. So, and in that awareness arises the feeling sense of I, you know, where that you could call it personality or habits, but that can't be who we are, yeah, because those all come and go. They're not permanent. So whatever this is here, that everything comes and goes in, whatever word we want to use for that, we can call it awareness. And we can call, you know, but in that, whatever that is, which is impossible after putting words, I've never been able to, so maybe that, and then just a resting, like not a non-entertainment of content of awareness. You're not busy with what comes and goes. Aware of it, it just comes and goes. So, and that includes all conditioning, all old trauma, all old information, emotions, all the rest of it. All comes and goes in who we are. The personality that we find, you know, expressing itself, usually, I mean, where does it come from? Conditioning and old trauma, you know, it's like, it's never ask for it, just find ourselves with it, so to speak. And now coming back to what you were talking about before, because, you know, it's like, whatever that is, it's welcome here. Yeah? Certainly, you know, sorry, like some conditions are, you know, you have to put your nose to the grindstone, you know, all that stuff. Very uncomfortable yoga postures. It's like
In here,
anyway, yeah, and so then it's like at some point they start to reveal, and I go, wow, somehow I never asked for any of that. You know, you find yourself born into a Christian family or a Jewish family or a Muslim family, doesn't matter what, and then it's like, or Hindu family. Yes, it's all okay. Then you find well, does this really have anything to do with me? It's like, yeah.
It's interesting to notice how it almost feels like we find the teachers, they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's like I look at the teacher that I was with, for a number of years, who, and he's very much stuck in that, that you have to do this work, you have to, and in a way that was confirming what I already believed. I had this, and so there was this play happening where one was sort of reinforcing the other in this game of belief. And then I listened to,
yeah, I love that example. Like you go abseiling or something, and you were tired. You get home, you threw the rope on the floor, and you went to bed. And in the middle of the night, you woke up and you looked and you saw there was it looked like a snake for a moment, and so quickly turned the light on. You saw it's a rope. No, it's not a snake. Then do you have to work on your fear of snakes, or you just enough to see that it's a rope? It's not a snake. It's like, to me, it's a story, but it just points to, it's just like the moment of seeing that none of this other stuff is actually real. It's thoughts and feelings and conditionings and stuff. And you don't have to do anything with it. Actually, it's just, if anything, just keep quiet. It's just, okay, thought came by and get real for a second. So
seems like the one thing that all the teachers have in common, or ones that I seem to find anyway, is it's so easy. This thing that we make out to be so hard, and this idea that I have to do this, and this, and tick these boxes, and then I'll be good enough, or then I'll be enough, or and then I was reading Ramana the other day, and he says the process of attainment is this: removing the illusion that you're not already attained. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's interesting though is that the moment there's a keeping quiet, like you're really not interested in that stuff, all that stuff comes into consciousness. But it's, like maybe for the first time in generations, there's no identification. There's no resistance to it. There's no trying to change it. There's no working on it. There's no doing anything with it. It can just come up, and there's a seeing in the moment. It's a rope. It's not a snake. That's it. It has nothing to do with who I am. Don't have to change it. All of those just give attention to something that's not real and keep us kind of running in a sense. So to say it's easy or not, in a way, it's this funny thing. It's like starting to see wherever there's any effort, then we're not just actually quiet. Somehow there's some idea of getting somewhere or something. But at the same time, when there's been a running with or believing in thoughts and feelings and stuff, you could say it takes effort to not go with it. But I would say it's kind of natural at a certain, when there's enough maturity of seeing, it's just like, okay, it has nothing to do with your life. It comes and goes. I didn't ask for it. And then it's interesting to explore what is the sense of I, because, the sense of I disappears every night when we go to sleep. It's gone. And your dream state can be there, but different sense of I in waking state, but then deep sleep, it's gone. And then, like at some point, the senses become active again, and with it, thinking. So usually what happens is like locating where am I? Oh, I'm in my bed, or you know, I slipped over with a friend, or whatever the thing is. You know, like where am I? And then usually followed by what do I have to do today, which might start softening into what I love to do today, which might soften into let's see what happens. You know, it's like but those thoughts that locate us in time and space, here and this is what's happening. And you know, another thing, whom am I upset with, or who owes me, you know, just like the to-do list, and all that cycle of thoughts is what the sense of I is made of. It's not, there is nobody there. It's just that when those thoughts get quiet, it's just vastness. Yeah. So it's like just to see that the sense of I is not real. It's just made up of habits of thinking, and with it, habits of focus of attention, you could say. Getting clear on that and seeing actually what's here, this in which everything's appearing, is already here. It's always been here. It's never been anywhere else. And the sense of I and the sense of separation and all that are all illusions, all Maya, all just appearances, you could say.
It feels like as that seeing starts to happen as well, there's a seeing of how painful that routine is, and you know, yeah, painful. That's the only word I can describe. There's it's uncomfortable. It's
suffering. Suffering is an easy word for it. Yeah, yeah, it's painful. Yeah, and that's what I love with Rambo. Just he says, you know, like the moment there's a resting, none of that is real. It doesn't exist even. It's gone. So, you know, I love the recognition. Who you are, you already are. It's not about becoming anything, about getting anywhere. All that is, yeah, a mirage, basically. And this, you know, it's like the thing about the resting, the capacity to rest, regardless of what's coming up, deepens. And that happens by itself. It's just like we're in love with being, and so you know, the movements, the habits of doing, the habits of efforting, and all that stuff just start to not be interesting. And with that, you know, like just if we look honestly, we can see that we don't have a clue what's going on actually. Not with our own bodies, not in the world, not with anything. It's kind of can be fun to have opinions about everything, but at the same time, we don't actually know anything. But that's not how we've been conditioned, you know, like so you know, conditioned to have an opinion and have a point of view or whatever. And yet at the same time, it's just like it's not knowing and it's really resting. It's beautiful. It's just nothing to maintain, nothing to, you know. That's why for me, even this idea of being a teacher, I never, if I had to think of myself as a teacher, then I would have to somehow be a teacher, and I don't feel like I'm anything. So, yeah, it's like, otherwise it feels like another trap in a way.
feels like there needs to be a lot of capacity there to nurture. Like it's very unsafe, I think, for the mind to not know, to not have
In a way, it can feel unsafe at first, but then you see how relaxing it is, and it's actually very lovely. It's like it's okay, it's just been a habit to kind of put pressure on ourselves to, think we know what we want. Like I don't have a clue what I want, or it's like right this moment I have this moment, and that's all that I have, and that's all that I ever can have. All anyone can ever have. Doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or a pauper, what you have is this moment. And in this moment, everything is here. And yet you don't know what it is, even. You can't describe this moment. It's not possible.
we really could be a brain in a jar.
Yeah. People say, what's happening? Life. I mean, I don't know. Actually. Don't do
Hello, Isaac. Hi, everybody.
something.
I think you're probably a facilitator, a pointer, not a teacher.
Yeah.
Point us in the right direction. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Yeah. To me, when I looked for words to describe it, it's more an invitation to your own knowing. It's like what you've always known, just it's kind of obscured by the way the nervous system thinking functions. When you stop,
Yeah.
we can see this is it.
All those filters and masks and programming.
Yeah. And none of them are interesting, actually. So much easier just to keep quiet.
It is. But it is a difficult balance to be in the well, I can't say the real world because it doesn't feel real, but the fake world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then there's just the recognition that it's all appearing in you. It's like it's, there's somehow there's been that idea that I'm in the world. But if you look, actually, everything is appearing in this awareness. So time, space, matter, energy, everything is appearing in who you are. That way, like there can't be lack because it's all appearing here now. Even the sense of lack is appearing here now. It's like it's all appearing here now.
Yeah.
Like taking a moment, just observing in your own experience, in your own knowing, what you call Isaac. Where do you actually experience what you call Isaac? In you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not always, but
But if you look in this moment, I'm talking about just here now.
Yes, exactly.
Same thing with where do you experience Shanti? What is Shanti? Not a body, certainly not.
Yeah, this is a
Or-
separate
or-
shanty.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally what we call ourselves is a contraction. That's it. But wholly a contraction. Absolutely not. Be that which is aware of it.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
The sense of I is disappearing in the night. It's, and this night I had emotional dreams, images. Years and years ago, with a person I had not seen years and years. So my question is, what is happening there? Is it mind tries to help in the night?
Just images and pictures and different, you could say, layers of information come into view. No more. It's like, in this moment, in the waking state, there's information that our senses can register. But usually our senses, like, they've been conditioned, and so um, there's also usually an automatic labeling and interpreting of what the senses are picking up. And so we can call that the waking dream, and then we go to sleep, and then whatever's unresolved, or maybe we feel different layers of communication. Sometimes, you connect with whatever, and we call that a dream, and then we wake up and we say, oh, that was a dream. This is reality now, but yet this is also a dream. It's like, what's beyond the dream? What's here? No thought, no, beyond any thought, beyond any labeling, beyond any thinking we know what's going on. Or that there's someone that knows what's going on. When it's like when the thinking we know what's going on kind of is not so interesting, then there's just whatever's here, just as received. It's you could say it's met as the beloved, or it's received unconditionally, because there's no judgment of it, there's no distance to it, there's no wanting it to be different. It's just what's here. That's it. And we can't say what it is. We can talk about fleeting impulses or like impressions, but none of that's real. Just Marina. Hey, Marina.
Hi, Isaac.
Ah, Alexandra. Hey. Alexandra, on the bottom left of your screen is a little red button. Push it, then you're unmuted. Bottom left, there's like, you're on my screen anyway, there's your name and a little, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I'm on the first time on my phone, so just needed to figure it out.
No worries.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Alexandra. Just staying with that inquiry. Who are you? Just not to get the right answer, but just to look in this moment. Breathing happens. Seeing happens. Hearing happens. And that's awareness of those activities. Thoughts come and go. Feelings come and go. Experiences constantly changing.
Yeah, I can see when I'm in silence, I can connect to to my awareness, my consciousness. And the minute I connect, like this tension takes over, and it's really hard to just keep on looking at it and not to get attached to it. Yeah, it's just happening. I'm just trying to practice more to connect to the awareness, and it's really hard, like especially in daily life when just basically on the street.
Let's just slow that down for a second. So there's an effort, you could say, or an interest to connect with awareness. Now, what's trying to connect with awareness? Because you are that awareness. So be that awareness. Recognize that you are that awareness already. You're not separate from that awareness. That sense of I can never, that the sense of I trying to connect with awareness is, it's not recognizing that you are already that awareness. So it sets up like kind of like an effort to get somewhere or to have to know it through a certain experience or something like that, rather than just a direct recognition. That awareness is my nature. That awareness is who I am, who I've always been. That sense of I comes and goes. It's not who I am. That sense of I wanting to connect with awareness makes it seem like you're separate from awareness.
Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying, and it and it's hard to figure out how to just recognize it instead of working for it.
Yeah, so that's why let's come again to the inquiry. Who are you? We're just inquiring now. You're not looking for a correct mental answer. You're just here now, noticing. Seeing is happening. And then there's awareness of seeing. Smelling is happening. There's awareness of smelling. Thinking is happening. There's awareness of thinking. Already. Otherwise, we couldn't talk about any of it yet. But that awareness is subtle, so it's like the backdrop to everything. And then there's that sense of I, or the doer, like as if that's something separate. But even that activity, there's awareness of.
Yeah, I can recognize it more than now that you're talking about it.
Yeah, great. That's all. And it's beautiful. It's nothing you have to remember because it's a recognition. It's just a seeing. Yes, this is my nature. I am that awareness. There's been this conviction. No, I'm the sense of I trying to reconnect with awareness.
Yeah.
And but you can see if we look a little deeper, there's that sense of I. What is it? It's some sense of contraction, some sense of separation. It's not real. It doesn't actually exist, and there's awareness of it.
Yeah.
So that awareness is here. You can try this. Try to step out of awareness. Tell me where the moment you're not aware.
Yeah, that's not working.
You can see it. Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you, Alexander. Ah, Gerrit.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you and see you.
I was just wondering what happens when I wave my hand. I have you on a very big screen now on the television, and I'm sitting here on the bench. It's sort of relaxing to just be here. It's a different way than on a little screen or in a medium screen, but it's now. And I was wondering if it's all working out. And It seems as if mind is still a bit stubborn, huh? But still, awareness is, if you repeat it over and over again, awareness is always here. Sometimes I think I catch it or something like that, but it's not to be caught, but it's,
Yeah, look, there's been a number of years, you could say, of looking through the lens of a sense of I. And so there's no, it's like there can be a moment of seeing actually that sense of I is not who I am, there's just a space in which it appears. And then maybe the next moment, that movement happens again, and there's some identification with it or whatever. But what to do? It's just how it unfolds until somehow there's as much a conviction that you are that awareness than you had as being the sense of I.
you say there's as much a conviction that you are the awareness as the sense of I.
Yeah, because for most people, there's a conviction that they're the sense of I.
Yeah,
That's really convinced that that's the way it is. But then there's a seeing. No, actually, that sense of I appears in awareness. It's not who I am. That comes and goes.
and then there's the conviction that you are
That
the awareness.
Exactly. There's a
But then
knowing and absent. Yeah, and then it's like, so even the sense of I arises doesn't matter. It's like, no, it's just appearance. It's nothing.
Yes.
To
But then it's
fight
still,
with.
it seems like it's, what you say is that it seems like that it's still a conviction.
Oh, that's why I said it's like there's a knowing.
Yeah,
It's conviction. It's not the right word. There's a knowing. It's just a deep knowing that this awareness is here, and it's everything is appearing in that. Doesn't matter what.
yeah, and to just stay with that.
Absolutely.
And then I have the feeling then it leads me somewhere, but it's not a track to follow actually. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
Yeah. That's like a combination where the sense of I thinks that it's a doing rather than a being.
but when I'm so like this, then I'm still listening to the mind or keep talking like this and not being quiet because I want to talk. Then somehow I keep alive the maybe it's a disturbance then to
Yeah.
to because
Not maybe, definitely.
yeah. In that case, it's because it is very simple. You have explained it every time and again.
Yeah.
It is like this, awareness, but then yeah, better not listen to thoughts that no, see them as thoughts. Yeah.
Exactly. The thoughts come, let them go. Keep the front door and the back door open, let them just pass through.
I'm still comparing, I'm still measuring, I'm still, you know, those ecstatic times that everything was as sound and clear, and that I knew, knowing that there was no doubt, but maybe there is still now a little bit of doubt, or I'm just playing with doubt. What is it?
Just gently now. Okay. It will reveal everything.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you.
Thanks. Evangelia.
Good evening.
Hi.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you. Okay, beloveds. Thank you, Bettina, for hosting. Love, peace, beauty.